Can I interest you in a conversation about the New Orleans Saints, who
Ooh.
put my Dallas
I was going
Cowboys
to say, the better question
on
is, can I
blast?
interest you in a conversation
All
about the
right.
New Orleans Saints, Mr. New Orleans native / Dallas Cowboys writer for 10 years?
Life is always hell when the Saints play the Cowboys because I'm catching it from somebody no matter what.
It's
But
true.
let me offer, even at this early stage in the season, I will offer up an apology to the New Orleans Saints because I think they're for real.
Okay.
I think they're for real. And look, it's my job to do a power rankings. I had the Saints down at 28th heading into the year because
Mhm.
I didn't think they did enough to fix their offensive line.
Yep.
I don't trust Derek Carr when he doesn't have good protection.
Yep.
I watched
Fair.
this team be one of the most unwatchable offenses in the league for a lot of last year and just struggle to a completely forgettable season.
Yeah.
I had low hopes based on the fact that the team looked very similar. Maybe I didn't give enough credit to hiring Clint Kubiak and bringing some modernity into the Saints
Good
offense
word.
because, thank you. This is the same group. And whoa, do they look a lot better. Whoa, are they on an incredible pace? I mean, they're not going to score 40 points every week. But again, you have to consider context. Like, they play in the NFC South, an infinitely winnable division.
Yeah.
The schedule looks much more forgiving than it does for a team like the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was a year too early on the Saints because last year I thought
You were high on the Saints last year.
I
Yeah, you
thought they
were.
might win 11 or
true.
12 games, and they rewarded me with schlock. And this year I was prepared for more of the same, and they look like a team that could be a threat to be a good seed in the NFC playoffs. I really don't think it's too early to say that. What say you?
No, I agree with you. I also think they're for real, which is wild because I didn't think that was going to be coming out of my mouth this season.
Me neither.
Trevor Penning looks like a new man, their left tackle. And speaking of new men, so
Right
does
tackle.
right tackle. I'm sorry. And speaking of new men, Derek Carr looks like a new man too. He had the second best EPA per play of any quarterback in week 2. He's slinging it. All of a sudden now, I think we went into this season thinking that the Atlanta Falcons and the Buccaneers were the best teams in the NFC South. I'm here to tell you, I think that it's the New Orleans Saints and still the Buccaneers. Can you just indulge me for like 3 seconds to give a little bit of shine to the Buccaneers because they are also one of these 2-0 teams?
I mean, this is a pro Bucks podcast.
It is a pro Bucks podcast, and this is a more specifically pro Todd Bowles podcast because, good Lord, going into Ford Field for a divisional round rematch with the Detroit Lions, who are favored in the NFC, especially in the NFC North, dismantling them with the amount of injuries that you had on defense, not to mention Vita Vea goes down during the game. This was a masterclass by Todd Bowles in trying to figure out the personnel you have to work with and what is going to work best against a very formidable opponent. I want to share one thing with you about a text I got from a Lions assistant coach who, out of the blue, just texted me to tell me that defense is, I'm gonna read it right now. That defense is physical and disciplined. Players' pursuit to the ball was crazy. He meaning Todd, called some perfect plays at times, was the epitome of players executing scheme and playing hard. That was potentially 2 of the best defensive play callers in the league going against each other in Aaron Glenn in Detroit and Todd Bowles. And the Bucks, I am here to tell you, we're not doing them on this segment, but they are for real. They've been for real, and we need to talk about them more.
Are you happy to inject your Bucks propaganda
I am.
into this Saints
It's not propaganda when it's
shining
true.
moment? That's fair. It's very funny that for several years when Tom Brady was there and Drew Brees was winding down his career, that was this division. It was Saints and Bucks, and
Right.
they
And
had some.
I think it's still Saints.
That we're back. We're back, baby. We took like 1 year off, and now it feels like it's going to be New Orleans and Tampa again. And I really don't think I'm getting ahead of myself. Like, the Saints defense has always been like that.
How is Demario Davis still doing this?
How are any of them still doing
and
it?
Cam Jordan.
Tyrann Mathieu too.
Tyrann Mathieu's still doing it.
They're all still doing it. They didn't even have Marshawn Lattimore against the Cowboys, and it did not matter.
No.
We know the defense will hold up its end of the deal. It's not realistic to think that their offense can keep doing this every single week.
Right.
But if it even approaches this on a regular basis, the Saints are bare minimum a 9-win team and maybe several more wins than that. So very, very for real. in New Orleans. I'm sorry, Saints. I was not familiar with your game.